Well, tech is concluded. Pill draw's concluded. We pulled an 84, I think it was, so that's good. I think if we start back in the heat race and be the furthest car to drive up and win, we should start pull the main event. Granted, if there's an invert or not, I don't know. Getting ready to square the front end up. We got to set the toe and then nut and bolt check it, and I think we're ready to go. I swapped the air filter and ready to get after it. We changed out the rim that got junked in Antioch in Southern Oregon. It was bent pretty bad, so we got a new black rim on there. I need to know your guys' opinion though. Black rims on this side, I kind of like it, and then over here the usual chrome rims. I don't know, I can't decide. I think both are cool, so we got kind of black and white going here, black and chrome I should say, and it's cool. So we're gonna go ahead and set the toe here, and so far so good. Well, here we are at the Marrysville Raceway Park for the 2023 championship weekend for the WSDCA National Series. So our first national of the year, which is the last national, but this is the actual first national that I've ever been to. A year ago, we had our best finish to date, led a lot of laps in the preliminary night main event on Friday night, ultimately ended up third there, and DNF'd the final night on Saturday due to electrical issues, as you all know if you watch the channel. But man, I'm excited to get back here today. We raced here a little bit earlier in the year. We had good speed. The track wasn't really to my liking there, and you know, it just sucks that it ended the way it did. We ultimately DNF'd from a contact and got in a wreck in 3 and 4. So the track looks good right now. It's like really slick and dry in the middle, and they haven't packed it in at all. They ran hot laps on it last night, and I think they kind of left it. So if they keep it dry and slick, I think that's ultimately going to be the best thing for all of us, especially for me. We're going to start 7th in heat number 2. So if we can go all the way up and win the heat, we'll start 2nd in the main event. And then, you know, it shuffles on out through there depending on where you finish. So that's the plan. We got a lot of spots to gain there. If the track's a little bit technical, I think we'll be fast. But if it's hooked up in a dyno session, we'll see. We're just going to have to hammer down. So anyways, getting ready to go here, starting 7th in heat number 2 for the first night of the Marrysville Dwarf Car Nationals in 2023. we're putting some tear-offs on here. Putting on 10. We're starting 10th, by the way. So one lap of tear-off should be to the front by the time we're out, and then we'll be in clean air. That's the idea, at least. So putting on some tear-offs. The track is getting slicker. It's kind of getting hard. So they've got 3 more B mains to run before us, and hopefully that just keeps working it in, working it in, working it in. And by the time we get out there, it should be racy. So starting in the back, halfway through the pack. Let's see what we can do. Bring her home in one piece. Try to get a podium out of the night.
Greasy.
That's really fucking greasy.
Yeah, it's greasy. Greasy.
just got done with the main event and we rolled through tech there. We passed, that is a good thing. We started 10th there, quickly got up to 3rd or 4th. The caution came out, and then we got to 3rd, and our car was rolling. It was hands down probably the best car that I've had this year. And we got to 2nd there. We ran 2nd the majority of the race. We finally got some shots to maybe pass the leader there, and then some badly timed cautions came out. Right when I would get a nose under him, the caution would come out, and then we'd have to reset and try it all again. So, man, we had the speed there. I finally went for it. I was told it was going to be a green-white checkered. It was not a green-white checkered. It was a green-green, then white checkered. And just got a little bit loose on the bottom when I tried to pass for the lead there, and we ultimately finished 3rd. The right front and left front kind of have some damage from some contact, so the car was ill handling for like 75% of the race, but I just dug down and kept digging. So I'm really happy with the speed that we showed. Tomorrow we are now gonna pill draw and see where that lines us up in the fast dash, and if we can win that, we'll start pulling the main event, and hopefully we can be there when it all counts at the end. A huge thank you to all my sponsors. Coors Light, Todd Thompson. Todd gave me an absolute bullet today, from running at 230 in the heat race to a perfect 200 in the main event, and that thing was screaming by the time I was down at the end of the stretches. Big Valley Sanitation, Josh Lozoya, Crown Motors, Joe Gibson, Darren Taylor Construction, and everyone else who helps me out. I love myself a nice cold Coors Light after the race is here, and tomorrow we're ready. We're gonna get a few spots better. We should have done it tonight, but can't win them all.